Hi everyone, welcome to the Unboxed Mind of Shans. I am not feeling 100%. I started feeling kind of run down this afternoon, so I'm going to attempt to get through this so I can go to bed. And I know I should be practicing what I preach right now, and I should be setting a boundary, and I probably should have been in bed like a half hour ago. But I just started this, and I want to make sure that I'm doing a video every day as part of my healing and getting everything out so that way I can go to sleep and it's not just racing through my mind and trapped. So we talked about boundaries last night, what they are and why they matter, but tonight I want to get into what that actually looks like in real life, because it's one thing to say you're setting boundaries and it's another thing to actually put them in place and live them. When you're balancing work, family, relationships, and kids, it can be a challenge. At work, especially when you're in a leadership role, boundaries are not just about protecting your time. They're about protecting your clarity. It's knowing what truly needs your attention versus what can wait until tomorrow. It's learning to give your best energy to what actually moves things forward, not just what's the loudest or most urgent in the moment. I've learned I don't have to respond to every email or call or question right away. Good leadership is being able to pause, prioritize, and respond with intention instead of urgency. That's a boundary too. Boundaries in relationships. This, I will confess all day long, is so tricky and such a challenge, especially when you care deeply. In a relationship, it might mean stepping back so both people have space to grow on their own, not just together. With friendships, it's realizing when you're pouring 90% of the energy and giving yourself permission to take a step back. With family, it's understanding that love doesn't mean unlimited access to you, your time, or your emotional energy. I used to feel guilty saying no to people I love, but I've learned that protecting my peace doesn't mean I love them less. It just means I'm finally loving myself enough. Boundaries with kids. I know everybody struggles with this. If you have kids, you do not know how to set boundaries with your kids because you want to give them everything that maybe you didn't have before, or you just want to always put them first, and that should 100% be a priority. But like we will talk, if you don't put yourself first, nobody's gonna be happy. No, if you're not happy, nobody's gonna be happy. So we'll get to all that too eventually. But boundaries with kids are a whole different challenge, but they're just as important. They teach respect for themselves and for others. When I say mom needs 30 minutes, it's not rejection. It's showing them what self-care looks like, and consistency matters. When boundaries change every time emotions do, kids lose trust in what structure feels like. I want my girls to understand that boundaries aren't punishment. They're guidance. They create safety, not restriction. Boundaries aren't walls. We talked about this last night, that they are doors, and you hold the key that locks the door so you can decide who, what, and how much comes through your door when it comes to boundaries. Every time I honor one, I'm reminding myself that I'm worth protecting. So if this hits home, share in the comments what boundary you're working on right now, and follow for tomorrow's Unboxed, where we'll talk about how to enforce boundaries without guilt. Because the Lord knows that I carry so much guilt whenever I have to set a boundary.